Oof, summer wiglets. I ain't gonna hold you. I just feel like yapping a little bit of shit, especially since it's late at night. So I'm gonna do that a little bit. To be honest, I feel mad isolated and like alone right now. Especially me like trading and shit. But to give y'all like a little context, I would say like a week ago, that I graduated from high school. And ever since, I could say this for most, if not 99% of people, we all been told the same thing growing up, like, what do you want to do for the rest of your life? And that's not really an easy question to go, because you're basically asking, what do you want to do for the next 60 to 70 years? Yeah. But anyways, to be honest, up to this point, y'all Wiggins already know this. Like, I want to become a full-time trader, which I am, I'm not gonna lie. And what else? I also want to do like boxing. That's why I mainly want to do boxing. The main reason I'm doing this training shit, so that way it can help me become a boxer, you know what I mean? One, to install that discipline and change me as a person, and two, just in general, just make, become profitable, make money, so that way it can fund my boxing career, for later on. But don't worry, your boy's like, you know what I'm saying, still working out and shit, but that's not the point of this video. The main point is like, yeah, so after I graduated, not even after I graduated, this was like my entire senior year. People been asking me all the time, and even started like years before, like when I was in fucking middle school. What do you want to do for the rest of your life? And to be honest, bro, I had no fucking idea. One minute I was flip flopping between firefighter, what else? Then flip flopping to engineer, then plumber, then electrician. I didn't know what the fuck I was gonna do, because honestly, it's not an easy question to ask somebody that's in middle school, elementary school, and they're being asked this question over and over, especially till high school and shit. Which I never understood, that expectation that society like puts on us like teens, where it's like they kind of expect us to know what the fuck we're gonna do for the rest of our lives, for like years to come. Especially when I was about to graduate and shit. I asked my friend, I don't want to put his name out there and shit, you know what I mean? Like his dirty laundry, but I asked him, what do you want to do after high school, man? What's your plans? Bro, most of my friends, they had no fucking idea. They have no idea. Luckily, I know and what I want to do, but they have no idea. He just told me, yeah, I want to go to community college, and he has like scholarships and shit, just to see what they can offer. Like, he had no sense of direction, which I'm not expecting no 18-year-old to have, especially at a young age, you know what I mean? But what was I gonna say? At least in my opinion, bro, when I have kids and shit, I'm gonna like say, hey, take a step back, maybe take a few months to like a year off, see what the fuck you want to do for the rest of your life, because it's not like easy to make. But that's not the main point of this video. What I'm trying to say is, when I then, got asked by, my grandmother like a few days ago, literally just after I graduated, my plans, and I told her I want to become, a full-time trader. Bro, I don't think bro took it seriously, or like, can even like see my point of view and the, potential with trading. Cuz to be honest, bro, it's fucking, it's mind-boggling what it can do and change for your life, especially when, you start making money off of trading. You start becoming that disciplined person you always want to be in life, and that dream, individual you see yourself as. But yeah, she's basically saying, yeah, you have to get some type of job or do something with it. You can't be a full-time trader. But I heavily disagree, man. If you're profitable and you're seeing consistent payouts and stuff, you can be 100% just relying on trading. But that's not the point. Most people, they go to college, you know, trade school. They do, they pursue some type of like higher education and shit. Me, I took a different route. And that's where I feel like the most isolated, because every time I try to, you know, talk how I see, the world and how much potential everyone has, but they're just wasting it, going to, not wasting it, I wouldn't say wasting it. It really depends on your major and shit. But really just going on life with just no sense of direction. Since, like I said before, most of these 18-year-olds, bro, my age, they have no fucking idea what they want to do for the rest of their lives. So they're just stuck up following their parents or just their sponsorships or, you know, whoever tells them to do. But honestly, I don't want to live that life. I want to live, for myself. I want to live somebody else's dream and shit. But anyways, I keep on fucking fumbling. My bad. But yeah, she tells me, yeah, you have to do something with your life. You can't just be locked up in a room. But that's all I want to do, to be honest. It sounds weird, but until I start hitting consistent payouts and shit, and I keep doing it over and over again, and until I become that dream version of myself, that's all I want to do. Just work, 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 especially on myself. But yeah, that's really all I want to come here and shit, like yap about. It just feels so like isolating and just alone too, because every time I talk to somebody about trading, they have no fucking idea what I'm talking about. No fucking idea. It's either that or they just say some straight BS, like it's gambling or no. I still remember this is like an incident from my high school, but like I said again, I told a few of my teachers biggest fucking mistake of my one of my biggest mistakes in school in general, telling people I trade and shit. I remember specifically, I think it was my cooking teacher because I had baking. At first, when I told her, she said, "Oh, it was just gambling." Then the second time I told her, because the first time I wasn't getting payouts, the second time is where I got my first payout, and I showed her. She was like, "Yeah." So first of all, it's called investment. First of all, that's not what day trading is or trading in general. Investing and trading is completely two different things. But I digress. I don't want to feel like just explaining that shit. This is more just me being a rant video. But yeah, the lesson you could take away from this video is just do what you want to do and just not like somebody else's like dreams and shit. Especially since like if you're young, around my age range, and you don't know what the fuck you're doing or where your trajectory and just life is yet, you know what I mean? Take a step back, think about what you want to do in life and just pursue it and master that. Especially if you want to make that your entire passion and your entire shtick, you know what I mean? But honestly, yeah, that's pretty much it, bros. Stay up, do what the fuck you want to do. I'm gonna keep on advising that shit, you know what I mean? But yeah, I just really had to come on here and yap a little bit because everyone has like these high expectations of me to, go into school, get my degree. But that's another thing too. Honestly, ever since I was a little jit, I knew school wasn't for me because I used to struggle fuck ton in that. Like, honestly, to this day, I still fucking struggle in like school and shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, bros, I'm gonna see you later.